Yesterday, Matt Gaetz, you're seeing him right there, and dozens of Republicans stormed a secure location in the basement of the House of Representatives because of how concerned they were about the way this impeachment inquiry is being conducted. What's ironic about that, amidst all of their calls that how dare they bar all of us from being here, we wanna know what's going on. We just wanna be a part of the process, is that a significant number of those people in that literal protest are a part of the process. Sarah Mims reports that 12 of the Republicans who protested are actually on the committees doing the impeachment investigation. So they could already get into that sensitive compartmented information facility that they broke into if they wanted to. They're already on it. Now, she did correct to say, it turns out it's 11, 12 of them RSVP'd, but one didn't show up. I totally get it, I live in LA, it's hard to get people to actually come to your events. I understand that, but 12 of them are like, it is shocking that they will not let us know what's going on. Hold on, I actually got to go to a committee meeting. I'm involved in the impeachment inquiry. I'll be back and then I'll complain about it later on Fox News. So they have tons of people. It's almost even in these committees actually, Democrats and Republicans, but they have to pretend that somehow it's just Adam Schiff and like food services or something. That's all that's in there. The witness, Adam Schiff. That's it. It's not. It's Republicans. It's not Matt Gaetz. He's not on these committees. If he wanted to, it would be easy to fix, as AOC gets to in just a second. But this is all about presenting the narrative that the process is objectionable in some fashion. Never talk about the substance. Don't talk about whether a crime was actually committed. Don't talk about our obligation to take these sorts of abuses of power by the president and his diplomats, whether official or unofficial, seriously. Just make up ideas about the process and hide the fact that the literal people standing behind you during this photo op could, if they wanted to, just be in the room without breaking down the door. So AOC responded to this saying, what's worse, since many of the flash mob already sat on the committees, they knew how serious a breach it was to bring devices like cell phones into that SCIF, and they did it anyways. Our country is a game to them. Remember that the next time they use national security as an excuse for their bad ideas. And I get that in this SCIF room, you're not supposed to bring the cell phones and everything. I get that. I don't really care about that part of the story. I care more about how ridiculous it is that a very serious impeachment inquiry, which should be one of the most serious times in US government, especially considering what we already know about what Donald Trump did, is being turned into a game. And not accidentally. It's not just that these Republicans tried to do a serious protest and came off like children. The goal was to make this seem like a land of buffoons, that you don't have to take any of this seriously. And so the more Jacob Wooleyan their tactics become, it actually benefits them to push the narrative that this isn't something that serious Americans need to take seriously. One other comment there, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, important to remember that GOP and Dem members have been part of impeachment depositions this whole time. All you need to do is sit on the relevant committees. If these guys are so mad, maybe they should take their little flash mob to the GOP leader who didn't assign them to the task. Yeah, just go ask to be put onto the committee if you want. You got tons of people. I'm gonna go just a little bit over because I want you to know that there is at least one voice still on Fox News that is trying to get people to think rationally about this process. Andrew Napolitano, who was instrumental actually accidentally in Shep Smith getting booted from Fox News, he had this to say on Fox and Friends.
As frustrating as it may be to have these hearings going on behind closed doors, the hearings over which Congressman Schiff is presiding, they are consistent with the rules.
They can make any rules they want.
Well, they can't change the rules, they follow the rules. And when were the rules written? Last, in January of 2015. And who signed them? John Boehner. And who enacted them? A Republican majority. These are not the impeachment hearings. The impeachment hearings have to be held in public by the House Judiciary Committee. This is the initial interview of witnesses to see what they have to say to determine whether or not they are even worthy of presenting evidence of impeachment.
And they will continue to go on and on and on until they find something on the president.
Yes, right? That's what police and prosecutors do. They come to a conclusion that the person is probably guilty, and then they look for evidence to support or to negate that. That's what Congressman Schiff is doing, and he's following the rules.
So there, Ainsley Earhardt tries to pretend that we don't know anything. It's absurd, but that's what she's paid to say. But more importantly, yeah, these rules, if you had an issue with them, you should have brought it up sometime in the last 4 years after the Republicans put them into effect. You didn't have a problem with them then, Fox and Friends. You only have a problem with them now that they're targeting a Republican. And second of all, yeah, we're still in the very early phase of this impeachment inquiry. Donald Trump is not about to get voted out of office tomorrow. And they understand that. Matt Gaetz knows that. He doesn't care. Again, this isn't about a legitimate concern that he's not involved in the process, which would not be legitimate because he's just not on the committee that actually deals with it. It's about trying to fool people into discounting this as early in the process as possible. Thankfully, their stunt yesterday appears to have backfired against them, but you can expect that they're going to retreat and then regroup and come back with some more BS to try to confuse the American people. It's gonna be on responsible members of the media to make sure that they know what's actually going on, and Napolitano did a pretty good job of laying it out right there. Thank you for watching this clip from the Damage Report. For more content from the show and access to TYT Network members-only exclusives, go to tyt.com/Brooke. Wait, no, it's tyt.com/John. Go to tyt.com/John to sign up.